Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, across all nations, races, and denominations, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Ushio to Tora Episode 20 review. Now, if you have not seen the episode itself, then there'll be a link in the box below on Crunchyroll.com where you can view for yourself legally. If you choose not to, then use whatever means you want to in order to see it. Now, when it comes to the episode, right? When it comes to the animation overall, it's the usual. It's pretty damn good. There were good scenes that were animated throughout the episode, like when Hakumen no Mono goes into the keystone that supports the pillars for all of Japan. Then you have the scene beforehand where it starts off episode where Hakumen no Mono. The best scenes, honestly, I think, all revolve around Hakumen no Mono. But regardless, when he does a fire attack against Ushio, then Tora does his fire attack. His fire attack gets snuffed out. Hakumen no Mono flies to the sky, creates, these fire waves, and he's killing all these people and whatnot. That was pretty good. When you have Giro become the demon, if you would, and his eyes start to bleed, and he starts to, hammer away at the beast spear. Basically, the blade being the body of his sister Jinmei, and how he becomes the shaft itself. How the emotions and the rage were able to actually transform him into a bona fide demon, and then he becomes that demon that is Giro becomes then the shaft of the beast spear. So it's pretty crazy, but through and through, the animation was pretty good. When it comes to the pacing was relatively fine. I mean, granted, it was a flashback, but again, the flashback is it's a flashback that directly affects the timeline of the story. And then this is where I honestly get confused. I really do. Because we know that there was a previous beast spear wielder. At least one. According to the lore, there could have been several. But at the same time, we find out that the beast spear was trapped in China for a period of centuries. And it was encased in this red cloth that was actually made up of yokai, by demons. And some person who we know like nothing about, who I think has ties to Tora, but some person was able to stumble across the beast spear and I guess like free it. It's very vague as how the beast spear was actually freed when it came to its encasement in China and how it actually reached Japan. But the fact of the matter is that there was at least one beast spear wielder that did trap Tora inside of the... the beast spear wielder previously trapped Tora in that rock. And that's how it was found by Ushio. But the timeline, I think, is what's very, very confusing. Because Ushio himself is directly responsible for the creation of the beast spear. I mean, he did save Jinmei. He did save Giro. Not only that, but this is where things get really funky. In the beast spear shaft, Giro carves out a message where basically the beast spear will continue to exist as long as Hakumen no Mono exists, and we are forever in the mind of Sung Yue, aka Ushio. And I'm thinking here, or Aotsuki, and I'm thinking like, wait. So, what about the other dude? What about the other guy that wielded the beast spear that trapped Tora in that rock? Like, what happened there? And according to the way lore is, it seems like the lore has changed, it seems like the lore around the beast spear has changed to where there was only one true person that was destined to wield the beast spear, and that one true person was Aotsuki Ushio. But again, there was another person that did wield the beast spear. What's going on there? Did that person go into the cave where the beast spear wielders are supposed to go? Did they go back in time? Did they save did they save Giro and Sung Yue in the same way that Ushio did? Did they have their name carved to the beast spear? I'm still confused, honestly. That to me, I think, is just very funky, very strange. And I would like some more clarification on this, honestly. Because that, I think, is a big reason as to why Ushio was able to wield the beast spear in the first place, because he was a core reason why the beast spear was created in the first place. And not only that, but when Jean May returns in like spirit form right then and there. She's able to understand everything. So she's in spirit form, but her memory apparently goes across like all timelines. And she's able to actually remember like the past version of her spirit is able to recall everything of what the future version of her spirit is able to recall and understand. So she knows Sung Yue. Oh wait, no, Aotsuki Ushio, and I am the one who led you to the spot and whatnot. And I'm like, what the like? It was weird. The timeline thing is weird, man. And again, I could be going too deep into it, but it has to be fleshed out better, honestly. And the key person is going to be that former Beastfield wielder that trapped Tora in that rock. That person is key now. When it comes to everything else, story-wise, we learned a lot. First of all, we find out that when it comes to the Beast Spear, right, after Hakumen no Mono is wastelands like the entire city-state, you have the Beast Spear blade is created from the body, the direct body of a human being or a sacrifice to the gods. So the gods are now being thrown in this shit. Like they're actual gods that can bless weapons with a sacrifice. And the sacrifice was Jean May. That's the blade of the Beast Spear. The shaft is the demon, which is Giro. And he pounds away at it. And his transformation in of itself, I think, is fairly odd. Because the simple rage of Giro transforms him into a demon. But I guess it would kind of go along the same lines as like episode 2, when you had Reiko's father become a painting demon, or like a demon in a painting. But in this case, Giro was still like he didn't die. He was still flesh and blood human, and he became a demon. Then he merged into the Beast Spear itself and became the Shaft. So that's fascinating. Then the past version of Jean May, her spirit, then talks to Ushio. Then she goes on the timeline with the other version of the time-traveling demon. And then they talk about the timeline, about how when she saw the Beast Spear, or the Beast Spear, her brother, was going around China trying to find Hakumen no Mono, couldn't find Hakumen no Mono, and was killing demons, endlessly. Then they sealed the Beast Spear with this red cloth that was made out of demons. So it was pretty cool to find out that the red cloth itself is actually made out of demons. So I guess in a way it's kind of like a seal that's still there. So if the red cloth is like removed continuously, the Beast Spear awakens more of its power, I suppose. I'm not too sure about that, but either way, it's pretty cool to find out. So when Ushio, the episode, I forgot what episode it was, but at one point he does remove a piece of that Beast Spear cloth, the red cloth, and the Beast Spear like levels up, like it becomes more powerful. That's probably the seal itself being undone. So in that case, Ushio, like, even though I think it sucks, he wouldn't really need training, because he could always undo the full seal of the Beast Spear and use the Beast Spear's true power. Something like that. But then, on top of that, we find out that she was, she was reincarnated into this one priestess named Yuki. They team up together to be Hakumen no Mono. We all know about that. But where Hakumen no Mono was actually sealed in is very, very... It's pretty crazy. He's sealed in the keys... First of all, under the water. Let's start there. He's sealed underwater, which apparently is not a big deal for yokai at all. And apparently, people that have a certain degree of divine or Buddha power, whatever it is. And he's sealed in the keystone of the support pillars of all the Japanese islands. The archipelago of Japan, if you would. That, to me, I found very, very interesting. Because Hakumen no Mono is not that big, and you would think that the keystone itself would be fucking massive if it's going to hold up all of Japan. But apparently Hakumen no Mono was able to infuse himself with the keystone of Japan. And if he leaves, he will bring the keystone down with him. So he will sink the entire country of Japan if he leaves that area. Which is why they had to seal him in that spot. So I'm sitting here like, wait a second, hold on. Wait. So he's still there. He's not leaving. So if he leaves now, he's still gonna bring down all of Japan. Unless there's a way that they can actually like get him out of there without actually damaging the keystone. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but at some point he's gonna leave. At some point he's gonna be bored. So is he go? Well, I mean, he should be bored already, honestly, because it's been like a millennia. But regardless of that, is he going to bring down Japan? No, well, he's not going to, obviously, because this is not gonna happen. Not in this story. It's not that hardcore. It's hardcore, but not that hardcore. But like, how are they gonna do it exactly? Like, that's what I want to figure out. Like, are they gonna actually bring him out in a way where they don't damage the keystone, or does Hakumen no Mono willingly leave without damaging the keystone because he wants to go and terrorize more people in Japan? I'm not too sure, but that's fairly fascinating. And Yuki, who was Jinmei, she used all her powers to seal Hakumen no Mono in that area underwater and at the bottom of the ocean, mind you. So they were to survive the pressure and whatnot easily, like it's non-existent. Like, but then she then takes over. She's not reincarnated. She then pretty much becomes, or she's linked with another person that is connected to Yuki in a timeline sense, and that person is Hizaki Mikado, who we know was the one that sealed those face demons in that one keystone. So that is very important because we find out that not only is she Hizaki Mikado, but then the next person down the line is Hizaki Sumako, or something like that. And that is, in fact, Ushio's mother. She was given 2 years, because she had a vision of some kind. She was given 2 years to explore the world freely. And in that 2 years, she met Ushio's dad, and then they had her. I mean, and then they had him. And she knew that her son was going to be the wielder of the beast spear. So it's a very fascinating thing, where basically Hizaki Mikado is Ushio's grandma. But at the same time, what about Inoue? Because Inoue looks exactly like Jinmei and Hizaki Mikado. So is she directly tied to that bloodline as well? Because we know that to be fair, all right, I'm not too sure if Hizaki Mikado is in fact like the mother of Hizaki Sumako. I don't think she is, but they're related nonetheless. So that would mean some weird tree, like, this is some weird tree lineage thing. Ushio and Inoue are related, but at the same time, like Yuki herself, did she have kids? When we don't know. We don't fucking know. It's. I mean, granted, I'm going too deep into it, I think, but regardless of that, there's still a few things that are like left out in the open when it comes to the whole like family tree lineage thing, and Inoue's role in that, because she does look exactly like Jinmei, who we know had a direct tie to a direct connection with Hizaki Mikado, who doesn't look like Inoue at first, but then looks like Inoue because she looks like Jinmei, because she becomes Jinmei. It's weird. Fuck it. God damn it. I'm done, dog. I'm done. Because it becomes very tedious to try and decipher the family lineage tree and whatnot, and the timeline when everything is so vague. So that's my only real gripe. The family tree lineage thing is kind of funky, and the timeline thing is very funky. But aside from that, the episode did give us a lot of intel on the quintessential elements, the Beast Spear, Giro, Jinmei, Hakumen no Mono, and Aotsuki Ushio's role in all of this. Done. So, episode overall, aside from my gripes, I think the episode is good because it does flesh out a lot of very important things, despite the fact that these things that are fleshed out are standing on somewhat shaky pillars. So, the overall episode rating is going to be a good plus, and I am done. So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe, peace. Have a nice goddamn day.